Well, hello, everybody. This is Dr. Dick Pritchard from Columbus, Ohio, home of the Buckeyes. And you are listening to our CTFO Rockstar Team training for November the 22nd, 2020. I hope you all had a great week. Let's get going. First of all, CTFO is a nutritional products and wellness company. Some describe it as a wholesale buyers club. That's as good a definition as any. We allow people to join for free and buy what they want and not buy what they don't want, but it's also a way for people to make money. We make money when we bring in people who buy products. No money is made until products are sold, okay? If you just want to be a wholesale customer, hey, that's cool. We're happy to have all the wholesale customers we can gather. But of course, you can have people join for free and just be customers. I have people like that in my group, and that's not a problem. This presentation, though, is oriented more toward those who want to build a business. The company was founded by the three guys you see on your screen: Steve and Stuart Finger, two brothers, and Michael Kahn. I've known Stu and Michael for 10 years now. Great people, completely honest. Met Steve about a year ago, equally honest, great people. Like I said, they do not receive corporate bonuses or salaries. No, they have to make their money just like you and me. They're paid as distributors or as affiliates, whatever you want to call us, just like I am, just like you are. All right. Let's look at our weekly progress. We did enroll 113 new members this week. I continue to think we can do a whole lot better than that. Important to be enrolling people all the time as new members. They can enroll for free, of course. 7 of those 113 came in for free by mail from a postcard, print ad, Postal Profit System letter, or something like that. They actually came to me and I signed them up because they came to me by mail. Our 31-day team sales volume as of this morning, $56,132. Our weekly team sales volume so far, the week not quite over yet, $11,800. We sold 3 silver packs this week. Our total members currently are 43,983. I know that a lot of those are inactive, and that's what happens when the company allows people to join for free and never kicks them out for not buying product, okay? You're going to have a fair number of inactive people. But the ones who are active are generating pretty good sales numbers. Postal Profit System, our mass letter mailing system that signs people up on auto ship. This week we sent out 106 info packs, 20 follow-up info packs, and we had 4 new auto ship sign-ups. That system is rocking along. I will say we're going to do another mailing in the next week or so. So if you are a participant in Postal Profit System, you'll want to get that order in to Zodi Data as soon as possible. Okay, let's look at some updates and training. Last reminder, postcard special for October, November expires this Wednesday. $99 for 1,500 postcards and names. Normally that's $125, so you could save some money there if you're a big mailer or intend to do a lot of mailing, say in December, January. This is a chance to save some money on the leads and postcards. You still have time, maybe not to get it to me by mail, but if it's postmarked before the 25th, I'll still take it. You can also PayPal me the money based on the instructions on the normal order form. Just tell me you want the special for $99, okay? I probably will run another special in December or January or both. So if you just couldn't make this one, don't worry. The other specials will be upcoming. Please follow the instructions. What does this mean? Well, I'm specifically talking about postal profit system. And when people send me coupons with the money they got, okay, first of all, let me remind you what the instructions are. When you get a coupon back from one of the letters you had us send out for you, it will be accompanied by $4, $5 in cash, or in some cases 10 first-class stamps. You are to send half of that money to me, or I'm sorry, $2 of that money, or half the stamps, to me. Don't send me all of the money. Okay, that's the first thing. Some people continue to send me the entire amount. And if you want to do that, that's fine. I'll take it. But you're only required to send me $2. Secondly, you don't have to send each coupon in a separate envelope. Send 5 or 6 of them in one envelope and put however much money. It's $5. You know, you can put a $10 bill in there. That's fine. I'll take 5s, 10s, 20s. Thirdly, please do not fold the coupon or the cash. There's no need to do that. A number 10 envelope, it'll all fit in there without being folded. You don't need to fold it. You don't need to tape it. You don't need to staple it. You don't need to do any of those crazy things to protect the lousy $2 or $4. The post office does not steal your money. I've never had that happen. Never. Okay? Just doesn't happen. That's a myth. So please follow the instructions. Moving right along. I want to talk for a couple minutes this morning about the pros and cons of postal mail advertising, since that is one of the main things that we do in our group. It's not the only way to advertise by any means, but I'm finding a lot of people just don't understand postal mail. It has good points and some bad points, like any form of advertising. But let's talk about them. What are the pros? Well, the biggest pro is it's very easy to duplicate. It's simple to implement. That means that even a brand new person, okay, doesn't need a whole lot of instruction to start mailing. Okay, that's a pro. Secondly, there is a fairly large base of leads. Now, there are roughly 350 million people in the USA. Certainly, at least 90% of them have little or no interest in starting any kind of a business, although that number is changing because of the pandemic. More and more people are interested in earning money from home. But the so-called universe of names, as my friend at Zodi Data expresses it, is probably just a few million people, okay? But still, that's a lot of leads, okay? We're not in any danger at this point in time of running out of leads. So that's a big pro. Well, what about the cons? I think the biggest con is that building entirely by mail, okay, is a fairly slow thing, okay? It took me a couple of years before I really had a significant organization that was paying me enough money to live on, okay? And I built my downline almost entirely by mail, not completely, but almost entirely by mail, all right? So if you're going to build by mail, you have to have an understanding of how mail works, and you have to have a long-term view. It takes time for mail to work. It takes time for people to respond to mail. Sometimes postcards or letters sit out there for months, if not years, before somebody decides to respond to them. Also, the rate of response is fairly low because you're talking to or you're reaching out to people who don't know you. It's a cold market. So you're not going to get more than a few percent at most, all right? Also, if you're going to promote by mail, 250 is not a large mailing. Several thousand is a reasonable size mailing, okay, if you want to look at what the response rate is. But we don't even know what the response rate is because a good number of people who respond to our postcards and to our print ads and flyers go directly to the website on the postcard. And when they join on the website, we don't know where they came from. Okay? The company doesn't know where they came from. So you have to understand how mail works, that it's slow, and that it takes a lot of mail to generate the kind of response that you want. If you're willing to take a long-term view and mail consistently, then that's fine. But otherwise, you're going to get frustrated. Mail is best done in teams. In other words, if you're only mailing by yourself, you're going to get frustrated, and you better be willing to stick with it until you have other people mailing with you, okay? The best way to have other people mailing with you is to approach your warm market first so that you get some warm market people mailing with you from the very beginning. 3 or 4 people mailing is a heck of a lot better than one person mailing. All right, what else? Oh, finally, one of the big cons is that mail, it's not cheap even in the USA, but it's prohibitively expensive for international. Trying to mail postcards, letters, even between the U.S. and Canada, much less the other 20-something countries we're operating in, is just prohibitively expensive, and that's why we limit our postal mail systems to the USA. If you're an international member, that's fine. There are other ways you can promote, but postal mail is probably not one of them. How do you build a business anyway? I cover this every week, so I'll cover it quickly. Number one, be an active member. Be a product of your own products. If you're not buying the products yourself, it's unlikely that you will ever be able to build a significant business. We have more than 80 products. Anybody can find one of those that they are willing to buy and actually want to use every month. Okay, you can actually change that auto ship order every couple months or every month if you want to. So you can jump around among the different products. You can try them all if you want to, but be an active member. That's very important. Secondly, you must advertise your business because you must bring in new members who buy product if you want to make any money. How do you advertise? The cheapest and actually one of the best ways is called word of mouth. Tell people about your business, about your experience with the products, use the samples, all those kind of things, person to person, is actually very effective, okay, and it's inexpensive. Anybody can do that, okay. Send people to your website, give them a sample, and so on. Mail, we already talked about. You can also advertise online if you know what you're doing. Be very leery, though, of buying clicks from online vendors. A lot of times you get a lot of garbage. If you know how to advertise with solo ads and that kind of thing, online is an excellent way to advertise your business. Number 3, you want everybody, every one of your new members to do 1 and 2, right? So you got to follow up with them when they join for free. Find out. You can email them, but more than 90% of emails go unopened and even unseen. You can call them on the phone. Given the number of spam calls there are around, at best you're going to get voicemail. You probably won't get a call back. You can text them. That's a little more effective. Let them know who you are and suggest that they call you. But maybe the best way, if they're USA, is to send them one of our welcome letters, okay? If you want a welcome letter, shoot me an email and I'll send you one by return email that is personalized to your information. All the welcome letter does is tell them a little bit about the Rockstar team and how well we're doing. And it includes that free postcards and free names coupon, okay, if they get on AutoShip, because you want them to do number 1, right? And if they do that, it gives them 250 free postcards and names, so they can start doing number 2. Wow. Well, what do you do after that? You just rinse and repeat, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, till you're making all the money you want to make. All right, what's our discounted pack strategy real quick? Number 1, buy 1 pack for yourself so that you are pack qualified and, of course, be on product AutoShip. I got a bonus this past week of $50. Not because one of my personals bought a pack. Somebody in my downline, I didn't even track down who it was, bought a pack, but their sponsor was not pack qualified. Man, I don't know how far down they were, but guess what? It rolled up to me because I was the first person above them who was pack qualified. So you want to be pack qualified if you want to use this strategy. If you buy 1 pack of any size, silver, gold, or platinum, you're qualified, pack qualified for life, okay? So you don't need to do this but 1 time. You can do it 10 times if you want, but you got to do it 1 time to be qualified. Secondly, enroll your spouse or other family member living with you directly under you. This is a position you will use to implement the strategy. If you don't have a spouse or family member living with you, create a sole proprietorship business or LLC and enroll that under you. That's legal and ethical under the company rules. It just has to have a different email and a different tax ID than you, okay? But put another position under you. Thirdly, buy all your additional products under your family member or your sole proprietorship business as discounted packs. So kind of wait, you're an AutoShip, but let's say you want to stock up on 10X Pure Gold Super 1000 or Keto Shakes or Keto Creamer or the 10X Pure Gold pain relief samples, okay, or whatever. Pick something. CelluV. You want to stock up on these things. Well, buy them in bunches as discounted packs. You may only do this every 3 or 4 or 6 months, but every time you do it, you get an additional break because you'll get that bonus, 50, 100, 200, or $200 bonus, uh, and that will save you additional money. Plus, when you buy as a pack, you save 5, 10, or 15%, depending on what size the pack is. Okay, so it's all about saving money. But when you do that, you're just saving money and you're getting some money back as bonuses. But if you follow up with every one of your personals and you teach them how to do this, guess what happens? Your sales volume, your pack bonuses, and your team pay will explode. Okay, be aggressive on this, because trust me, this is the way to build fast. If you want to build fast, use a discounted pack strategy. Why do you use direct mail? Well, I've covered a lot of this. I'm going to go through this very quickly. But I really want to make this point. It's very important to contact your warm market first before you start mailing. Okay, you want multiple people mailing with you. So talk to your friends, your family, get them to sign up for free. Some of them will want to build a business. Okay, those are the people on your mailing team that you want to have before you get started mailing. Second, mail, of course, allows you and your team to approach people you don't know, the cold market, all right? Thirdly, anybody can mail a letter or postcard with no training. We talked about that earlier. It's very easy to duplicate. Because it's easy to duplicate, it builds on the work of other people. People who come in and start mailing with you, they're doing them some good. They're also doing you some good. You don't mail all the postcards or letters or flyers or whatever. If you have people underneath you mailing as well, they're benefiting their business, but they're also benefiting your business. That's called leverage. Okay, very important concept. Does it work? Yes. It works for everybody except those who quit mailing or advertising. Don't start using direct mail if you're going to quit after one mailing, because that's not how it works. Mail works when you consistently mail over long periods of time, months, years. I've been mailing 100 postcards a week for more than 5 years. I've been mailing flyers for more than 5 years. I've been mailing Postal Profit System invitation letters for 2 years. Okay, consistently. That's what makes mail work. Call reminders, CTFO corporate webinars are at 9 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Just go to ctfowebinar.com at the appointed time. Of course, there will be no webinar this coming Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. There will be one on Tuesday. Secondly, my friend and my personal enroller, Mike Swilling, holds his legacy team call at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. Again, that won't happen this coming Thursday, but in the following week, if you want to listen in, just call 319-527-2973 at the appointed time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Mike also does this as a Facebook Live presentation simultaneously with the call. So whether you call in or tune in on Facebook, you can listen to Mike. Mike does not use mail, okay? He's pretty much a word-of-mouth guy. So if you're promoting by word of mouth, he is a great guy to listen to. He is also the #1 distributor in the entire company, so he obviously knows what he's doing. Well, all right, story. Today is November the 22nd, and I saw a notice when I looked at the news this morning that took me back many, many years, some 50 years as a matter of fact. November the 22nd, 1963, I was a freshman in college. And on that day, which I think was a Tuesday, if I remember correctly, or no, it was maybe it was a Friday. I don't remember what day of the week it was, but the news came out shocking that the President of the United States, John F. Kennedy, had been shot and killed in Dallas. And understand this is a time at the height of the Cold War when Nikita Khrushchev was the Russian or Soviet premier. We had just been through the Cuban Missile Crisis, where we teetered on the brink of a nuclear war of some kind. John F. Kennedy was a young, charismatic president, and this was a huge shock. Of course, presidents had been assassinated in our nation's history, but it had been, quite a number of years since that had happened. Presidents had what we thought was pretty tight security with the Secret Service and all that. But this was a tough time in our country's history, and of course, it got even tougher after that because people didn't believe the stories of how he got killed or who killed him. And the guy who apparently killed him got killed himself. It was a crazy story and a crazy time, and people, even today, still argue about who really killed John F. Kennedy. Okay, I'm not going to get into all those conspiracy theories or whatever, but the point is, we were going through a difficult time. Well, guess what? We're going through a very difficult time right now. We have an election that we're still being contested. We have a pandemic that seems to be blowing out of control. My county here in Ohio, Franklin County, just turned purple a couple of days ago. That's the highest level of infection rate. The governor has imposed a statewide curfew. The county has requested that we shelter in place, in other words, stay home right before Thanksgiving. So it's a tough time now, okay? But we came through that tough time back in 1963. We'll get through this tough time too. We got at least 2 and maybe 3 vaccines that will be released probably in December. How widely they will be available, I don't know yet, but certainly by January, February, March time frame, a fair number of people will have access to them. They'll probably go to healthcare workers and people at risk, that kind of thing first. But we will all have a way to protect ourselves from this pandemic, and things will kind of get back to normal. Some people call it the new normal. I don't like that phrase, but certainly our world will never be the same as it was before this, because we have learned some tough lessons from something that, okay, is not all that deadly, but highly contagious. And there's hope for the future. We also have lots of things happening with CTFO that should also give you great hope for the future. It's a time to suck it up and keep going. I hope all of you do that. Well, have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a fantastic week. Dr. Dick signing off.